Okay, it's been a while since I've posted anything on my blog or put out any kind of video, so I thought I should probably bring people up to date. And I have some hikes coming up as I'm preparing for my big hike, which I've yet to officially announce, but I wanted to bring everyone up to date. First of all, I'm here in my classroom, but 3 weeks from now, this will be somebody else's classroom because I will be completely retired and moving on. And then just a few days after that, I'll be leaving for France and Spain to hike the Camino de Santiago. That's about a 500-mile hike from France through northern Spain to Santiago, Spain. And yeah, like I said, that's about 500 miles. Starts through the Pyrenees Mountains, and it'll be a really nice scenic hike. It's not a wilderness hike like one of the through hikes that I will be doing actually on one of those trails next year. I know which one it's going to be, but I haven't made an official announcement yet. But unlike those wilderness hikes that I'll be doing for several months next year, this is just a short hike through the countryside of France and northern Spain. Through the Pyrenees Mountains, and it'll be a nice scenic stroll, about 500 miles, and just a good way for me to get in some miles and before I start a 2,000 plus mile hike later next year. So I'll be spending most of my summer in Europe doing that. When I return, I have an appointment scheduled at the Mexican consulate here in Dallas, and I will be applying for a residency visa in Mexico, and hopefully leaving sometime in late September, early October for Mexico to establish my new home there. But I'll only have about 6 months to kind of get things figured out there before I will need to come back to the United States to do my hiking of one of the major trails. I think I've in my blog previously, I've talked about it either being the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail. And I pretty much know which one it's going to be. And in fact, I've already registered to begin my hike. And I'll be doing another video with more detail about that. But right now, I'm just basically doing this video to introduce my imminent retirement and my upcoming trip to Europe to hike the Camino de Santiago. And I'm also using this opportunity to test out some new equipment. I'll be working with my 3D, my Insta360 to do some 3D videos, which will be really nice on the trail. And then the problem is with this, I've noticed with the sound, sometimes when I'm recording indoors, it gets kind of an echoey, tunnely kind of sound. And then outdoors, if it's kind of windy, it can be a little difficult getting the audio to work properly. So I've got some mic systems right here that I'm charging right now. That I'm going to attach to it, and hopefully that will get rid of the tunnely, echoey kind of sound whenever I'm indoors, and will take care of some of the wind, I hope, when I'm outdoors on a windy day. So let me go ahead and hook up my Insta360 and just sort of show you how. I think I've shown you in a previous video how it works, but I want to experiment with some new editing software that I'll be using on my phone to actually do the editing. So this is really kind of a dry run for me to prepare for my trip to hike the Camino de Santiago. Okay, so here's I'm recording on my 360 camera now, and I'm just going to take a little stroll around my room just to sort of see how this works. So hopefully the audio is going to be a little bit better now that I'm using, whoops, that probably didn't help much, but now that I'm using this external mic here, hopefully the audio will be a little bit better. But here's how my camera works. I can walk around. This will be, not so impressive here in my classroom, but once I get out on a trail and I'm hiking, especially out in the wilderness, if I'm walking along and I see something interesting, like some wildlife or something, and I'm recording and the camera's, with the 360 camera, I can point it anywhere I want. So I might have it pointing at me right now, but then if I look over and I see some sort of wildlife or something, and like that globe over there, I can point, and then I can go through and edit later and have the camera pointing where I'm pointing, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about, like that globe over there, or the screen over there, or my sinks over in that direction. And then I could maybe zoom in on my skulls over there, stuff like that. So hopefully this will be really handy once I get out on the trail. And here again, my hike on the Camino de Santiago is just going to be another way for me to sort of like practice using all of this gear and doing the editing and of course getting in the miles. It'll be 500 miles. So it'll be a good sort of preparation for my ultimate through hike of 2,000 and some miles through the wilderness somewhere, whether it's on the East Coast or the West Coast. I'll let you know that soon.